Are y'all tuning in? Now, whenever it comes to whenever the paradigm shift, souls and other things shift with it, all right? So now, souls shifted with the digital world. Most of y'all basically connected to the devices, computers, and stuff like that. And so the Facebook, different illusion portals basically connected with your souls. You got iPhone, IG, and Twitter, and all of that stuff. All right. You got YouTube, social media. Now, all of this stuff, basically, this stuff is old. It's been played out. It's been played out so-called years ago. Do y'all feel my signals? But some of y'all think it's new, just like what's out now, the iPhone, that garbage, iPhone 11. That's already been out. Individuals already played with that stuff, and now they're giving it to y'all. We're giving it to you Earthlings, and y'all Earthlings, y'all think this stuff is new. Like, you got apps where you can edit. You can edit if you're going to do short films and just different materials, different things. All right. So individuals, they're already 10 steps ahead. They're on something totally different. And they got y'all doing things that they used to do back in the so-called old realms. They're doing all of that. Now, individuals, in order to get on certain levels and do certain things, of course, souls, they're connected to digital worlds. They're not signing their nature on a piece of paper and stuff. They're signing their nature inside of the digital world, the devices. And like I said, your physical touch these devices, and the machines can pick up on your brain waves and many other things. Basically, know what you're thinking and know what you like and know how to send certain holograms to take over and do certain things. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you all the reason why certain individuals created social media in the digital world. Although this stuff is old, they already played with it. They did certain things. They got information. They shifted to other worlds and stuff. They played with it. So they just giving you the leftovers. It's like you feast and you eat. And whenever you done with it, you throw the leftovers away, or you give it away, leftovers. And you all got the leftovers. Do you feel my signals? You pretty much got that. And so certain groups, met up, linked up, certain bloodlines connected. And these individuals, they didn't set foot on this so-called planet, Gaia Earth. You have certain individuals know how to manipulate Earth. They know how to do that, and most of y'all souls, it's like a small group of individuals, and it's been going on for decades, if you really look at it. So individuals set up certain groups to come to your community and promote lust and other things, violence, lies. So they send in certain groups that pledge their soul and life. And they also pledge to keep the secrets and the rituals, certain rituals. You know, that's the reason why you be seeing certain photos whenever you see an individual stick their finger up to their mouth or doing this crap with their eyes and ears and certain signs and symbols. Certain individuals showing them that's how individuals communicate, with their fingers and certain things. And you even see that in whatever so-called movies, whatever movies or comedy or thriller or anything. It could be on a billboard sign and commercials. You're seeing that a lot lately, how individuals communicate with the signs and symbols. All right, but these individuals been doing this for decades. So they pledge to keep the secrets. All right, so they're told to come to the community. They created the cult groups, religion, gangs, and all of that stuff, the politicians and all of that stuff. Certain individuals got ranked. You got, how can I put it? You got the so-called whoever's controlling the Pope and the society groups like the Masons, Shriners, the list goes on. Y'all get what I'm saying. Certain individuals, you know, they got ranked. And you got certain shadows that controls, then you got the government and all of that stuff. And I pretty much talked on it, but I want y'all to feel my signals, and I want y'all to actually feel this. Do you feel my signals? All right. So basically, individuals created groups and, you know, created drugs and all of that stuff, telling y'all what you can and cannot eat. Created these laws, and these individuals send out certain groups that's connected. The hate crime groups, we all know that who the hate crime groups, the KKK, Black Panthers, the church. Like I said before in my previous videos, they're nothing but gangs if you really look at it. But they send them out into the community. And the reason why individuals set that up, because they didn't want individuals to create their own group and go up against certain systems. So they created the religion, lied and played games, and, you know, created an experiment on y'all, you know, snatching up individuals and testing certain things out on them. And you basically, some of y'all had your own relatives turn on y'all, and y'all don't even know that, because they pledge to certain cult groups. They pledge to them, and they got to feed the goat. So they made up stories and had y'all at war with each other. So y'all going by whatever the media put out. All right, that's the biggest distraction, media and religion. And these cult groups. But anywho, so, you know, y'all go to war with each other. But the individuals created that so you wouldn't take over. Do you feel my signals? Certain individuals wanted y'all to stay in y'all's lane so they could take over your soul and everything. Because whenever you come into this illusion, like I said, your so-called earth father, mother already signed your soul, and they even signed their soul over to the unknown shadows. Anyhow, you had individuals that was on a high frequency and could see through certain things, but they stayed in this community. So they didn't want individuals to create and put out certain things because that would have destroyed the system. So that's the reason why they created these groups. Do y'all feel my signals? They wanted to have individuals lie to you, and they wanted to act like they was on your side, but they really wasn't on your side. Basically, whoever they pledged to, that's the side that they was on. So you had the politicians, you also had religion and these preachers and gangs and stuff. All of that stuff is connected. All of this stuff is nothing but cult groups and gangs. Do y'all feel my signals? So they had individuals come in there to lie, and then you had shots and stuff. And these individuals, the unknown shadows, would send certain bloodlines to come out there. Certain shapeshifters and individuals, just because, like I said, just because they look like us, that doesn't mean that they are us. And it doesn't matter what shade, because they could carry a totally different bloodline. But they connected with certain groups, and individuals know how to manipulate your souls. So they'll tell y'all to lie. Like I said, y'all basically raised in lies. That's when the skull, well, y'all call it skull, but the illusion skull, and y'all was raised in that. You know, you're taking, like I said, you're taking quiz and exams and all of that stuff. And not to get off topic, no, I'm gonna do another video on that, and I ain't even ready to go there. I'm not even going there. But anywho, that's another video. But you know, these individuals didn't want you to destroy the system. You know, so they had to send different programs out there, different holograms and stuff, and promote lust and violence. And these individuals, they can sell alcohol, but y'all can't. They send the drugs to the community, but y'all can't sell. They created laws and do the legalese and Latin and all of that stuff, and certain spells and stuff, and the Gaelic and different rituals and all of that stuff. They throw all of that stuff in there, and y'all do the hidden rituals. And you know, you go by the laws. You basically sign your nature over to that stuff. So individuals didn't want you to do that. So the record companies and stuff, you know, basically the record companies, these individuals came in like that. And I'm talking about stuff from decades ago. All right. And I'm a fast forward it. I just want y'all to get a feel and feel my signals. It's just like the record company, you know, how they was basically got certain individuals to pledge and connect to the machines and cult groups, and you know, and they had them, you know, the certain artists and stuff. It was like, you know, and the cult groups, like, you know, religion, hate crime groups and all of that stuff, saying like, you know, hey, the government the government don't give a damn about y'all, but we all connected to the government. We all work for the government, if you really look at it. And I said this, but individuals play y'all and say, oh yeah, the government, they're against y'all and this and that, and they allow them to tell little things and twist certain things and stuff like that. And, you know, basically they don't want you to create your own government and your own world. Didn't want you to own lands and blocks and stuff like that. So they manipulate your soul, or certain individuals. So now, I know I'm all over the place, but y'all feel what I'm saying. So do y'all feel my signals? So what's going on now? The new bodies basically connected to the old system. You know, like for example, if the new bodies that was basically when the new bodies came out the portal, some of them connected to the 2000 timeline. So they're connected to the 90s and the 80s frequency. So that's the reason why you see in this illusion, you see like the retro things like remakes, reboot, whatever y'all want to call it, movies and songs basically getting recycled. And you seeing stuff from the 80s and 90s because they want individuals to stay on that old program. This new system that came in, they twisted on many levels. So now the new bodies, they connected to that. And so they bring in the digital mess, the digital world. You got other planets that's connected. So now that the soul shifted, you got all of the old illusion, Facebook and all of that stuff. Now individuals can make their own movies and they can do other things, create their own music and stuff. But at the same time, they still got to connect if they want to take it to other levels. They got to basically get down with certain society groups or cult groups, whatever you want to call it, certain gang. They got to connect with that. That's the reason why individuals, they say, hey, yeah, we'll let them, play with it. And it's just like, like back in the 80s and like the 80s and 90s, how you grab a broomstick and it's like a microphone and you get to singing and stuff, or you be in a mirror and stuff like that. You wasn't around the camera. And when back in the 80s and 90s, we had our own style. Yes, we seen certain things, but also we created our own style. So now individuals are they are clone minded. They're clones. They're nothing but clone-minded mannequins, Muppets. Everything, let's make it go viral, or doing the same thing, the same comedy and the bootleg comedy and stuff. And, individuals use that and use the machines and they think they're stars. But back to what I was saying, we used to like sing and stuff, like everyone sing and stuff, and create their own video without the device. And this was back in the 80s. We all used to do it. We would get to singing and stuff and make our own videos in our head with the song, and y'all get what I'm saying. But anywho, now individuals, you see, certain females with their Miss Piggy wigs on in their eyelashes, and got the camera in their face, like acting like it's their mirror, like flossing, and individuals think their phone basically that's their mirror, like putting down everything that they do and stuff like that, and they're connected to the digital world. Basically, program eyes are everywhere. They're watching you. Do you feel my signals? So, and then you got, like I said, you got these dudes mimicking females, wearing wigs and all of that stuff. So it's like individuals, they say, hey, we'll let them play with this. This stuff is old. We'll let them play with that. We'll let them think they're going to be so-called superstars. and and we'll pick out certain individuals, and then you know, they allow certain individuals to go viral, so-called viral, or so-called popular, because every individual want to be popular and stuff like that, and get a name. These individuals did the sick rituals, and they connected with them. So that's the reason why you see a lot of famous YouTubers and stuff with a million subscribers and stuff, and because they agreed to do certain things. And so individuals that's creating movies and short films and stuff, like I said, I was doing short films. And whenever it comes to that, individuals want to control that. Like, in order, like, to make money on YouTube, these individuals do with the celebrities. They pull their stunts. They do the rituals. If they tell them to eat, like, if they tell them to eat some shit, these individuals, they got to eat it because they signed certain things. They pledged to certain things. Or if they tell them to go sleep with an animal, these individuals, they sick. They want to get out there, and some of them are different bloodlines. Just to put that out there. But anywho, individuals want to control certain things. They say we don't want individuals to create another Warner Brothers or Fox. We don't want too many of them. We want to control all of this stuff. We want to control social media, like Disney taking over everything. Disney and other so-called it's only like six networks, and they don't want individuals to create their own law and system. So individuals, you got small groups controlling billions and billions and millions and trillions, or whatever you want to call it, controlling many souls. They don't want individuals, certain shadows, they don't want individuals to, create a Walmart or create other things. The individuals want to keep y'all on a low vibration. So they allow individuals to create YouTube and Instagram and all of that stuff, just so you can get programmed and connect to the hidden rituals, so your soul can keep on shifting in a low frequency digital illusion world. Do y'all feel my signals? The small group that, it's basically a small group, and certain individuals, they ain't even set foot on this so-called planet, but they know how to manipulate this system, the planet. And just imagine if, like I said, just imagine if a bunch of us created our own groups, or we created, a legit system. Individuals don't want that because that would destroy the programming. Just imagine if I was to teach all of this to other younglings, teach them and enhance their soul. That's the reason why they created this illusion school and controlling y'all, telling y'all how to. These individuals raised your parents, raised you, the devices, the machines. They even had individuals like back in the 60s and 70s, they would beat children. And I guess the system was like, oh, they torturing them too bad. We got to make them stop. So y'all not allowed to beat them anymore. You beat them, you're gonna take your ass to jail, because we own you, and we own your children, and we own your land, and we own your physical home. We own all of that because you signed your nature to this stuff. So your children can talk to you any religion and all of that stuff, program individuals that came in on the 40s, 50s, and 60s timeline. And that's when individuals was creating, it wasn't just the community. It was the TV taking over. First, it was the radio back in the day before the TV. But the TV always, the machine always been here, but they allow certain things to come out on certain shape-shifting numbers and date. Do you feel my signals? It was the radio frequency controlling individuals, and it's still doing it now. And then you have the social media, the TV, the Black Mirrors. You got all of that controlling certain things. And like I said, pretty soon, Disney, you're going to be paying taxes to Disney. And, the state basically going to become, I feel like the state is about to turn federal. It's about to be federal, the state, because the Federal Reserve, and I said this so many times, the Federal Reserves, they're not federal. But they want to turn the state into federal. And the way y'all acting and certain things that y'all getting tricked into, y'all don't want that, but that's going to happen because y'all allow it. All right. So the digital world, individuals created that so you won't get ahead, because all of the stuff that's going on inside of this illusion is nothing but a recycled program. Individuals not created. You don't see live bands and individuals writing their own music. You got programs writing music and playing music on the machines. You don't see live bands like the Queen Commodores and Phil Collins and Prince, Jimi Hendrix. You don't see none of that stuff. And y'all saying these individuals got talent. They're nothing but programs. These individuals, they don't have talent. Y'all think that. Y'all think that they do. But anywho, so Facebook, IG, Twitter, and I'm not promoting this mess. We all use social media. To me, this stuff is nothing but a bunch of mess. I'm more than this device and the illusion portals like Facebook and all of that mess, Twitter and all of that, Snapchat and all of that stuff. That's trapping souls on many levels. It's just like on Ghostbusters when they take, I can't think of it off top, that machine that they got on their back. Y'all know what I'm saying. They take it and, shoot at the ghost and pull that ghost inside of that machine. Although that was a bunch of subliminals in that movie. In that movie, that's what's going on with your soul. Your soul is getting snatched inside the portals, the Facebook and the illusions and stuff like that. It's shifting over to that. Y'all shifted to the digital world. So a lot of y'all, y'all desperate. Y'all want to be superstars and stars and stuff, and y'all do anything and running out in the street butt naked and do these fake videos acting like you fighting and stuff, and this desperate, setting each other on fire, doing the water challenge and all of that crazy mess. The same old recycled information. Oh, I challenge you to do such and such. Let's do a challenge and all of that corny whack stuff, that you see on social media, them whack ass corny uh, society group dances that they have these um, bootleg artists and comedians and even these corny Muppet rappers got y'all doing these dances and singing the songs and singing the rituals and dancing to their tune. Y'all can't create your own tune. Y'all can't even tune in to your soul. But you rather shift to other distractions and many other things. But the small amount of individuals, they don't want y'all to grow. They're going to continue to keep your soul on repeat. They're going to have y'all connected to the old system while they're making moves in other realms and other worlds. And y'all should be traveling that. But y'all rather stay comfortable and connect to this digital world. Unlock your souls.